to another episode of Cooking with Lon. I'm really excited to continue to throw out these Thanksgiving recipes, and today I am making stuffing or dressing, whatever you guys call it. That's what I'm making today. I took like a poll on Instagram and a lot of people said stuffing, aka dressing. I call it stuffing, so that's what I'm going to be referencing it as today. But yeah, majority of the people said stuffing. A lot of people said mac and cheese, but I told you guys I am making mac and cheese next week. That is going to be on next week Cooking with Lon. So if you want to see a down home southern baked cheesy mac and cheese, then you want to tune in next week for that episode. But today we're getting started on stuffing. Just a little fun fact about me, I don't even really like stuffing, y'all. I don't. It's not something that I put on my plate during Thanksgiving. So it's gonna be interesting to make. So yeah, it's a really simple recipe. So let's go ahead and just jump right in. So it's Thanksgiving and we really don't have a lot of time. We're making a ton of different dishes at once. So the one thing that I do to cut down on the time, I try to get all of my groceries as pre-cut as I possibly can. Like if I can find some vegetables that are frozen, like frozen cube green peppers or onions and stuff like that, then I will do it. So today I am working with pre-cut stuffing mix. This is the Martin's brand. I don't know if you guys are familiar with the Martin's potato bread. This is the exact same brand. So it's the potato bread that's cubed. And I like using the cubed bread because I like the texture of it. They have some other like crumbly bread that's almost like crumbs, and I really don't like using that because yeah, that's just a mess. But I'm gonna start out by spraying a baking sheet with some nonstick cooking spray, because what we're gonna wanna do first is toast the bread. The bread is pretty soft, and when you toast it or when you use like really dry crusty bread, it really allows it to sop up all those juices, and we're going to be using chicken stock. So that's why you want to do that. So I'm just going to put some of this on a sheet pan and try to spread it out. I'm not making much, just enough for you guys for this recipe. So I'm just going to spread this out in a thin layer. You want it to be a thin layer so that they all crisp up evenly. So I got this set out. And it's actually already a little toasted. I didn't even know that the stuffing comes toasted these days. But if you don't want to use like this pre-cut, pre-toasted bread, you can always use whatever type of bread you want. If you guys want to do wheat bread or whatever your favorite type of bread is, just get a loaf of it and cut it up into small cubes, and then you can just pick up where we are now. So now I want to season the bread. I want to go ahead and do that before I put it into the oven and toast it up, because I want all of these flavors to absorb in the soft bread. So if I were to season it after it came out, it would just be all toasty and crunchy and the seasoning would fall right off. So I just seasoned it with some salt. I'm gonna go in with some garlic powder. This is that Olive Garden garlic powder that I told you guys about last week. It's my it's my favorite garlic powder, but oh my gosh, it always makes me cough. And I'm also going to season it with some seasoning oil, and then some pepper. And then some parsley flakes. Parsley flakes are just really for color. All right, so I'm going to put this into a 400-degree oven for probably about 10, 15, maybe 20 minutes, as long as it'll take for the pieces to get nice and golden brown and crispy and crunchy. And then we're going to go ahead and get started on the onions and the celery. All right, so we want to really infuse this stuffing with a lot of good flavor. So we're going to add in some celery, also some onion. And I'm using a sweet Vidalia onion because the flavor is really sweet and I like how it'll give the stuffing that sweet flavor when it cooks down. So I'm just gonna dice up very finely some celery. And this is probably why I don't like stuffing, because I don't like celery. Anything dealing with celery is just, I don't know, it has such a weird taste and a weird flavor. All right, next I am moving on to my Vidalia onion. So I'm just gonna do a small dice on these onions. And this is how you dice an onion really easily. And then you can chop downward. See? Then it already comes out in dices. So this is a good amount of onions and celery that I need for this small batch of stuffings. All right, so I got a small saucepan here, and I'm gonna go ahead and start sauteing our onions and our celery. We really wanna break down the onions and the celery and concentrate that flavor so that it can in turn give flavor to our stuffing. So I have the pan on about medium heat. I'm just gonna add some olive oil to the pan, and then I'm gonna go ahead and add our onions and our celery in. We're also going to add some salt, because not only will the salt give it flavor, but it's also going to help the onions and the celery break down and cook down a little bit faster. And we're going to add some pepper as well. So I took the bread out of the oven. It was in there for about 10 to 12 minutes, and I just pulled it out and set it on top of the stove so that it can cool down. Same thing with the green peppers and onions. I have them right here cooling down. So what we're going to do now is chop up some fresh, this smells so good, some fresh sage. And this is what really gives the stuffing flavor that, like, I don't even know, like that earthy, aromatic Thanksgiving type of flavor that you're used to. This is the key ingredient. If you want to use dry sage, you can, but if you can get fresh from your local grocery store, that's even better. You can find it in the produce section. Usually it's over there where like the lettuce and stuff is, and you can find it there. So we're just gonna take some of the stems, and I got about, I think I'm gonna get about 10 stems here, and then chop these up. So in order to chop these, you just roll all of the stems up, and then you chop just like this. And like I said, this is going to give your stuffing a ton of flavor and color as well. So this is what we have here, and it almost smells like a Christmas tree. The pine off of a Christmas tree. So now that we have all of our ingredients ready, we're gonna start mixing everything together. So I'm gonna go ahead and put the cornbread in a bowl, not the cornbread, the stuffing in a bowl. Just put all this in here. Into the bowl, I'm gonna go ahead and add in the green pepper. Why do I keep calling these green peppers? The celery and the onions. As well as that fresh sage. Smells so good. Want to get all that sage going in there. And then the trick to having a really moist stuffing is to not oversaturate it with the chicken stock. So I'm going to add a little bit of chicken stock at a time and mix it around to see how it's doing first. So I'm gonna add about a half a cup in at a time, and then I'm gonna mix it. And after it gets absorbed, I'm gonna add more. So you just wanna take your time and do this. You don't want to be in a rush because, like I said, you want each piece to be absorbed with chicken stock, but not too much. I've seen people add a lot of different types of things to their stuffing. I've seen people add carrots in there. Some people have added sausage. I've seen that as well, but I just like to keep mine basic because I barely like it as it is. This can use a bit more chicken stock, so I'm going to add in about another ½ cup and mix it again. And you want to be gentle when you're folding your stuffing because you don't want to break up those really nice cubes of bread. I'm going to spray a baking dish with Pam just so that it doesn't stick, and then I'm going to add our stuffing right into this container. Yes, look at that. That looks delicious. Delicious. I can already, it smells really good. So this is going to go into our 350-degree oven for about 25 to 30 minutes until all of that chicken stock is absorbed and then the top is nice golden brown and a little bit crunchy. All right guys, so our stuffing just came out of the oven and I actually have a special guest here that's gonna help me try it. So come on out, taste test. Come on out, taste test.
Hello, ladies and gentlemen.
So I brought Henry on here because, yeah, stuffing is just really not my thing, and I just wanted to bring him out really quick so he can try. I never really do this, but I thought it would be a cute little touch just to have him in here. So we're gonna try this stuffing, babe. You like stuffing, don't you?
I want to take this opportunity to thank you for having me on Cooking with Flawn. I'm very excited to try this stuffing. It's one of my favorite.
We got rubber bands out.
One of my favorite Thanksgiving dishes.
It is? Hold on, I want to try it at the same time.
No.
What do you mean, no?
This is for me first.
This is my show.
That's all right.
Y'all see he already tried to come in and take over. Hold on, let's taste it at the same time. Ready?
No, I want to taste
he got a big forkful. I got a small forkful. Ready?
That's because I believe in her, ladies and gentlemen.
Because I don't like stuffing. There we go. Okay. Okay.
To be honest, guys, I was scared at first. This is actually very good.
It's very flavorful. And I don't even like stuffing, but this is good.
It actually tastes like good stuffing.
So I put some onions, some celery in here, and the flavor that herb.
To be eating this.
I know. The herb that you're tasting is sage, fresh sage.
Tell me what that does for the people. What does that do?
I already told the people. I'll tell you later.
Can't tell me right now?
No, I already told the people.
Ladies and gentlemen, I want to thank you for tuning in to this episode of Cooking with Flawn. You have it here. This is your chef, my wife, Miss Lawn. You can follow her at the hashtags below.
Not the hashtag.
Make sure that you, I'm sorry, at the ad names below. Make sure that you leave a comment and you let us know what your favorite dish is and what you're cooking for Thanksgiving.
Yes.
Because
Thanksgiving's tomorrow and we are just so excited.
We're so excited and we want some food, so send us some.
Yeah, so I hope this last minute recipe of stuffing really helps you guys and your preparation tomorrow. As always, I'll have the recipe in the description box right down below. So I will see you next week, same time, same place, different recipe. Bye guys.